the heart of a bustling industrial town, there existed a sinister plot that aimed to sow discord among the trade unions. The workers, united by their common struggles, found themselves manipulated into bitter rivalries that threatened to tear them apart. Amidst this turmoil, there lived a humble single father named Samuel. He toiled long hours in the factories to provide for his young daughter Lily. One fateful evening, as he was leaving the union meeting, he was ambushed by a shadowy figure in a dimly lit alley. The attack was swift and merciless, and Samuel's life was tragically cut short. But death was not the end for Samuel. His spirit, tormented by the injustice of his murder, lingered in the realm between the living and the dead. He returned to his home, desperate to protect Lily and seek justice for his untimely demise. As a ghost, Samuel's pleas for help fell on deaf ears among the living. He watched in frustration as the workers, manipulated by the sinister scheme, continued to fight amongst themselves. No one could hear his cries for justice, and no one seemed willing to investigate his murder. One moonless night, the tension between the rival unions reached its peak. The factory workers clashed in a violent, chaotic brawl that threatened to consume the entire town. Samuel, now a vengeful spirit, decided he had to intervene. His ethereal form radiated with a ghostly glow as he appeared in the midst of the battle. His presence sent a chilling hush through the crowd. The workers, momentarily forgetting their differences, stared in awe and fear. Samuel's translucent figure hovered above them, his eyes filled with sadness and anger. He pointed accusingly at the corrupt figures who had orchestrated his murder. "Listen to me," he implored in a haunting voice that echoed through the night. "I was murdered because they wanted to divide you. Do not let them win. Unite for justice, for your families, for Lily." A shiver ran down the spines of all who heard his words. Samuel's message transcended the boundaries of the living and the dead. Slowly, a shiver ran down the spines of all who heard his words. Samuel's message transcended the boundaries of the living and the dead. Slowly, the workers began to see the truth in his words. They turned their anger away from each other and directed it toward the puppeteers who had orchestrated this cruel scheme. In the days that followed, the workers united as never before. Together, they exposed the manipulators, bringing them to justice. Samuel's murderers were held accountable, and his death was not in vain. As the town slowly healed, Samuel's spirit found solace knowing that his sacrifice had helped bring about unity and justice among the workers. His ghostly figure faded, but his legacy lived on in the hearts of those he had saved. The trade unions, once pitted against each other, were now bound together by the memory of a single father who had returned from beyond the grave to ensure that the innocent would not be forgotten.